Woo.
There we go. We in there. We in there.
Hey guys, how are y'all doing? We are here.
Hi.
We got some great stuff to talk about. I know Sean White is going to talk about what is a polymath and all the great things. And so, Sean White, let's get it going.
Absolutely. And just give me a couple moments here. Just gonna go ahead and just pull up my notes and reference, and then we'll go ahead and get started. And here we go. So I want to go ahead and explain to you all just very briefly on what a polymath is and why it's very important. So a polymath, based upon my research and studies, confirmed as someone that has like a deep, expansive knowledge, skills, or expertise across a wide range of subjects, often both in the sciences and the arts. So instead of specializing in just one narrow field, a polymath integrates learning from multiple disciplines to create new insights, solve problems, or innovates. Just to give you a general idea, with people like Elon Musk, for an example, we would have Maya Angelou, Leonardo da Vinci, even the famous Benjamin Franklin. You remember him, right? He actually discovered electricity through a kite, and many others as well. But also with Commissioner Dr. James McConnell actually being considered as a polymath. So you're probably wondering, with Commissioner, why did I bring him up here? I actually did some of my research as well with Commissioner. And here's just a few things in which I discovered myself on what makes him a polymath. Everything ranging from a body shop to AI technology, real estate, digital real estate courses, Elevate X, superhuman cognitive, TV and radio, and et cetera, et cetera. The list goes on and on. So, Tori, I'm just curious here. What is your impression on Commissioner Dr. James being, smart or a genius or even a polymath in your expertise?
Well, upon meeting the commissioner, I always feel like he had a very brilliant mind. It's just the multifaceted, multi-dimensional mindset that he carries, was astonishing for me. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And Cassandra Pickett, and what was your first thoughts? Because you have actually mentioned him as being like as far as like a genius, almost like a mad scientist, if you will.
Yeah, like Pinky in the Brain, right?
Right, exactly, exactly, exactly.
I'm a jokester, so I like to just throw something out there. When I first met, Dr. James, the thing that just I was just intrigued with his high intellect, and the more that I started talking to him and the different things that he started telling me about, I started saying this dude is on another level, and he's a genius. He was always talking about astronomy, even when and not only that, it was just the way that he I called him mechanical. I call Mr. White. So he's so nice you could talk to him. But when you start talking to Dr. James, I said he's mechanical. He's always trying to fit, not trying. He knows how to fit a person or pieces where they need to be. So I would always say he's so mechanical. But then when I really started thinking about this polymath, um, there were different things that I looked at today about the traits of a polymath, how he is highly self-motivated. He doesn't need you to motivate him. He's already motivated. He loves to solve problems. I don't care what issue you have, he's going to try to solve that problem for you if you listen to him. Now, this is a joke between he and I. I never said this before to a man, that I trust you. And I said it to him. Anything that he's ever told me to do, or any instruction, I have never lost. It worked. The methods that he has taught me so far has worked. I cannot say that I failed. If I failed, it was on me. It wasn't because of him. He's very confident in his abilities and who he is. Now he's not. It's a humility type of confidence. It's not a confidence where it's ego driven or anything like that. It's humility attached to it, and very persistent. If you say you're going to do something, you better have that done. it needs to be done, and he wants to know why. Now he's not going to go through the weeds of it, but he wants to know why. Oh, you could have. It was just 5 minutes. You could have just done that. And by the time he says it, you feel this small. You know. So I think this is great to be able to. I learned a new word, and not only that, I'm learning what a polymath does and how they operate, and didn't really understand that this is who we were dealing with on this level. When you say genius, you just but this is another level that he is on and taking this team to on this
I
journey
want to
with
say
him.
I want to say something else in regards to that. Very, very well said. For those that's watching and they may be saying, like, as far as what a polymath, oh, okay, well, that sounds like a genius, or that sounds like an intellectual. I want to go ahead and just let you know there's levels to this. So obviously, a polymath is someone that they have expansive knowledge, and a genius is obviously a genius based upon as far as in a particular field or study, such as like as an Einstein or an intellectual, someone that's just very with supreme knowledge about a particular industry, whether it be physics or whether it be as far as like construction, right? There are individuals like that. The difference is with a polymath is someone they have deep, expansive mastery, if you will. That's the word I'm looking for. Mastery in these fields, but the difference is they know how to intertwine them. Almost, I want you to think about connecting the dots, if you will, to make it all work in symmetry, all in one particular flow. That's the main difference between a polymath versus a genius or an intellectual, in which there's nothing wrong with even one of the three, right? Because not everybody can be a polymath, but it takes a special kind of person because with polymaths, they love to learn. It's like almost eating. They have an insatiable appetite when it comes to learning, right? Reading, studying, always want to be ahead of the trends. And instead of actually being ahead of the trends, they like to create new trends, things that had never been done before in history, period. And that's what makes polymaths very special, and such as with Commissioner Dr. James, he is indeed truly a polymath. He
Absolutely.
classifies.
And
Commissioner.
so the part that I would like to actually ask you, and I appreciate you guys for all these kind words. And so I know I didn't get a chance on this one to explain where this all came from, right? So obviously, I didn't know I was a polymath a long time. I didn't know I was building this. I always thought I was not doing what I was supposed to do. I thought that doing one thing, maybe a couple of things, is what I'm supposed to do. And I kept fighting it. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to do more. But I kept hearing people say, you need to do one thing, focus on one niche or two niches and leave it alone. And yes, there are people out there that does one niche or even two niches and they're rich, super rich, right? So one thing I'll say, being a genius or a polymath or a generalist or whatever, uh, intellectual doesn't equal riches, right? It doesn't equal that because what brings riches is a lot of times circumstance, opportunity, sometimes right place at right time. You still have to be consistent and driven. So all those things can help you become rich. It doesn't matter where your intellectual path lies. But I will tell you one thing. I've never seen a genius or a polymath be a homeless person or be broke. Now they're going to have a good living. So each one of those kind of people will make a good living. Just the word rich, it just depends. You can be a genius. You don't have to be a genius. You just have to do all the other things. You have to be persistent, consistent, all that stuff. But having said that, guys, we're really doing this because of two people, two types of people. We have the existing SBN, which is the people that you see now and who we talked to the other time. Uh, for the existing SBN, then obviously you know how I am, you know how my systems work, and I don't have to tell you about what I can do to help your mind grow. You already know that. But for, let's say, the brand new people that is seeing this now, a brand new person that is aspiring to be SBN, then you guys don't know. But by hearing this, you see the credibility that they are given in me and others has given in me, and what I can do to enhance your mind. And just so y'all know, these two, just like the other two, well, these three, like the other two, will be, I will be working with them to enhance their brain power. And one thing that I hadn't said, that I'm building on a new tier that hadn't been even invented yet. Yes, I know. No wonder. I knew you would be doing something like that. I know that's what y'all want to say because I'm always thinking about something, right? But polymath is in a lane by itself, right? There's geniuses, there's a polymath. There's nothing above those two. But I'm going to create something above those two. What it's going to be called is superhuman cognitive, which that's short for cognition architect. It's going to be called superhuman cognitive. So I'm going through a lot of training and book reading right now to understand certain things. I need to. Right now, it's systems, how to think in systems. And so to give you an example, not to go too deep because I'll teach this later to people that want to enhance their mind. Now, I want to be clear. There's a lot of people that say, "Oh, I do a lot of different businesses too. So, am I a polymath?" What, what the bottom line is, just because you, as a matter of fact, Sean White touched on this in the first recording. Uh, a generalist is what that is. A generalist normally is a person that do a lot of things, know a lot of things, but know a certain amount of it, or have a lot of different businesses, but four, five, six, seven businesses maybe. But that doesn't make you a genius, right? So it's the things that you can do that make you that way. But what makes you a polymath is not only to know these things like general a generalist, but to master all those fields. And everyone here knows that, so I don't have to tell them the fields that I've mastered. Sean White have told you some of it, but for you ones that don't know, just ask me. I've mastered a lot of fields, and not on purpose, not because I was trying to be that. I found that out 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago, when a person called me that, and I'm like, "What's that word?" And they said, "Google it." And then when I started reading it, he said, "You're that, buddy. I've been knowing you for a decade now. This is you." And I read it. And I'm like, you know what? I did my research. He was absolutely right. And from that day on, 8 years ago on to now, I've did things to really enhance my mind, to work on it, to keep analyzing my brain, to make it better and better and better. So to become a polymath is not enough to be able to do different businesses or study a few different things. You have to master those things, and then be able to connect them to be able to come up with answers, help other people, to build new products, to build something revolutionary, build an invention, whatever you can think of. That's what it's about. So I wanted to be clear because some people may think, "Oh, well, I do that too." Come on, stop. It takes more than that, right? So, having said that, this has been wonderful because we want you to understand that you can take. And I'm talking to the new people because the existing people, you guys already know, you guys are already lined up to be able to enhance mine. And listen, do you think I'm stopping? No, I'm going to enhance my mind every day as well. No one will be, until I pass away, no one will be able to catch up to me because I'm going to continue to keep learning. That's why I don't mind giving away knowledge, because most people don't want to give away knowledge because they're worried about somebody doing what they're doing or doing better than them or something like that. But this is where, if you're intelligent and you like to keep information in your head, you will understand no matter how much knowledge I give you, if I'm going to continue to learn, who's going to be able to catch me? Right? No one's going to be able to equal me or pass me unless they become past me. Then great, and I hope someone can get past me. But but I want to get past where I'm at now. That's the hunger that I have. That's the hunger that a polymath has. And so, what we want to do is help you new people be able to, starting with the brain, be able to understand stuff, enhance your thinking, because it'll help you think smarter, faster, with more clarity, and mainly see patterns most people can't see.
Mhm.
That's the goal, to be able to see patterns that most people can't see. So the next tier that I'm inventing, that I'm probably going to do like the QIT engine where I trademarked it. Most likely I'm going to trade, and I don't mind really telling you guys, but I'm going to probably trademark superhuman cognitect because that's going to be one step above polymath in the evolution of thinking. So the system that I'm coming up with to help you see, I'm just going to give you one example. Uh, let's think about if you're going to buy a car. Normally, you just think about your car. You don't think about nothing past that. Well, I'm thinking, trying to think in systems, what I'm learning right now, meaning when you look at a car, now what pops in my head because of learning is, okay, what's the system that produced me that car? Well, the car dealership, what system does they go through? Well, what they go through is bringing in inventory. Then it's outflow and inflow. Inflow means bringing it in. Outflow is selling it, right? Then there's why do some systems break down? Well, now, why do some car lots close? Well, now I can think deeper to help that place if they need that help. Why did you close? Because now I can look at the inflow, outflow, when you purchase, when you sell, where is it breaking down? And so the key is think about what I just said when you probably never thought about. Well, now that's just one. I can give you so many more, but the bottom line is anything that even exists in this planet, on this planet, all have a system. Matter of fact, you guys do. Miss Cassandra, Miss Tori, Mr. Sean, think about it. How you wake up. What do you do? Everything that makes Cassandra, from your day to what you do, what you like, and how you do it, and how you, everything that makes Cassandra, that makes Tori, makes Sean White, comes up with, oh, what's the system? I can look at the system. And last one, when Sean White told me about a customer that said something, I didn't even have to know who she was. When she said certain thing, I said, oh, Sean, the system tells me she's not serious. Like I didn't have to meet her. Not now I can listen to people and tell if they're serious or not for the most part. But if I don't know you, all I need to know is certain things you've said or did, and I can equate it to the system. Now, can the system be wrong? Rarely, but it can. So if it's wrong, that's great. You will be the anomaly. The anomaly meaning you bucked that system. You seem like you wasn't serious, but you end up being serious. Does that happen once every, not even once every 100, once every 1,000, 2 or 3 every 1,000? Yes. 2 or 3, 4 people in 1,000 can totally be serious, and the system was wrong. But I'm trying to tell you, most of the time, the system will be right. The world is made up with a lot of little systems inside of gigantic systems. And the only way to change a big system is to be able to understand its paradigm. Now, you remember that word if y'all ever want to Google it and understand what that means. Meaning, if you want to change, let me think for a minute. If you want to change something so big like, I don't know, healthcare reform, well, that's something that you can't just, well, let me keep calling and see if they'll change it. No, you have to be able to understand what makes it, look at the paradigm of it, and then what are the things that it's going to take to change it. And that's what you work on. See, that's what people don't think about. So I wanted to say that initially so y'all can understand, most people, I know you guys know, but new people that's listening now, that I know exactly what I'm talking about. And so this is just a piece of it. I've learned 75% of thinking and systems. I got a little bit more to go. Then I got 4 more books I need to learn. Then I'll be able to, and a few more exercises. This probably gonna take me 6 months to get my mind in a place to be able to create what I just call superhuman cognitect. And for anyone that wants to be trained by us, because yes, my team here that's on this phone and the other two, they're going to be learning. They're going to be learning how to teach this stuff, this phase, and they will be able to also help me teach this as they learn themselves. But the bottom line is, initially you'll be trained by me. You'll have a chance to be trained by a rare mind, someone with a superhuman mind frame with frameworks to be able to help you get on a level. And again, you don't have to be like me. Okay, you don't have to be like Einstein. You don't have to be like Elon Musk. You only have to be yourself. It's okay to be the smartest version of Cassandra. That may be brilliance. It may be smart. It may be generalist. It may be polymath. It may be all of that. We don't know. But what I'm saying is it doesn't matter where I'm at. The goal is get to where you feel like you can get, because I didn't get this far because I even knew what a polymath was. I got this far because I just kept going. So for the people that like to move that way, let's do it. For the ones that don't, it's okay. Move at your pace. That's why I know each person like to move at their own pace. It's totally okay. For the outsiders looking in, we can do it every day, every week, every month, every 6 months, every 3 months, whatever make a person happy. So same thing with the existing people here. For the people that wants this weekly, I got you. You want this bi-weekly, I got you. You want it monthly, I got you. Because this is not for you guys, not quite an organized course, because I'm going to teach you polymath from just my mind and mouth. As I create superhuman cognitive, that will be a course that can bring people up to polymath or genius to a point. Meaning, can you turn someone into a genius? Maybe not quite, but can you turn in someone into an extremely smart intellectual? Yes, that's the bottom line right there. You can become an incredibly smart intellectual person, and then above that, you can become so much above it, depending on depending on what you allow, because that's really what it's about. It's about your subconscious. If you allow the information to keep coming until you no longer feel overwhelmed. Remember, I said that last night. I said, whenever you feel overwhelmed or burned out, it's only because your brain is putting in a fail-safe to protect you, because it knows that you can't handle more. So it stops you with that overwhelming feeling to make you stop. But you can get past that by every time you feel that, just keep this exercise in your mind, and I'll be almost done. When you're feeling a little overwhelmed or a little burnout, push past it anyway, a little bit longer. Just go, even when you feel pissed off or you feel like, look, I'm just gonna explode, get past it just a little bit, get past it. And if you can get past it, keep doing it until sooner or later, you won't feel that. And you may stop because you want to stop or because you're sleepy or something, but you won't stop because you feel overwhelmed. That feeling will be gone. So, having said that, guys, I'll let Sean A. and Miss Cassandra close it down.
Wonderful.
That's all I got for you on this Wednesday.
I'm in
Now,
awe, but I'm not. This is wonderful. I'm eager to learn more and to become that better version of myself. Thank you.
that sounds good. And as you close this down, as you say, not as a matter of fact, before I get off this phone, I want to see that the recording stops. So I guess if you want to go ahead and do it, go ahead.
Okay, let me stop the recording.